You're listening to Braless Watch, where a mother and daughter team offer their own opinions on watching TV through a feminist lens.
I'm Beth, the mom.
And I'm Lily, the daughter.
Welcome to Braless Watch, where TV watching gets a whole new perspective. Clothing is optional.
Hello.
Hello. I'm a little excited.
Good. I mean, this is our first Munchie.
It is a first Munchie. I'm excited about that.
Also a sort of a tester Munchie.
It is a tester Munchie.
For both of us.
See if we can limit our conversation to 30 minutes.
Yeah, can we do this? We've never tested it, so we're gonna find out.
I didn't do any research, so I have nothing going on in my head about any of this. So
okay, well, today the show we're covering is called Sanctuary. We're doing the episode called Hangover, season 3, episode 12.
Mm-hmm.
What's your initial reaction?
Is that it read as very 90s. I got Buffy this vampire slayer in my or Angel or whatever, that sort of vibe.
It's a very 2000s show.
Yes.
Because, fair warning, it came out in the 2000s.
It did come out in the 2000s, but it was closer. It wasn't it like 2008?
Yeah. This episode was like 2010. So,
okay.
Right on that cusp.
It's just the costuming, the cinematography, the music,
mm-hmm.
It all was very 90s feeling to me.
I get it. I get it. So I have seen this show before. I watched it in its entirety, and I picked this episode for us to cover.
Do you want to tell me why you did that? Because I've never seen this show.
Sure. So I picked this as sort of a tester for us. It wasn't super feminist. It is fairly chill as a show.
Mm-hmm.
It's not super anything.
Yeah, it doesn't take a lot of brain cells to follow.
No, that's kind of what I wanted for a first Munchie, for us to just get our feet wet. The reason I chose this episode was a couple things. I was looking for an episode that had my favorite character in it. I was looking for an episode that talked about the point of the show and also reduced the amount of CGI sets. So this show, if you watch from episode 1 all the way through, they use a lot of CGI sets where they're just in front of a green screen, blue screen, whatever, rather than being on an actual set.
Okay. Well, yeah, my very first thought when the opening scenes were happening, I was like, oh, that's a pretty nice CGI. Literally said that out loud when I was sitting by myself watching it. Yeah,
because that first room is really a CGI set. And
well,
then
it's the castle was the first thing I saw.
Yeah.
Castle,
the
campus,
sanctuary. That's the sanctuary.
Yeah, it's the sanctuary. Yeah. Yeah, and I have no knowledge. I did not even look up the wiki on this or anything. I just went in blind.
That's kind of what we were supposed to do for this.
Yeah.
Is just watch and then talk about.
Yeah. You think I would have known about this show because I like sci-fi, but I don't even remember this coming out. Of course, 2008 was a pretty
4 seasons. It has 4 seasons. They're all pretty good, and it ends fairly well. It could totally come back the way that it ends. But yeah,
I would wonder with all the new technologies how they would revisit this show.
Oh, I would love for them to. I think it would be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this episode in particular had my favorite character. It didn't have a lot of extra recurring characters because in this show, some of the recurring characters would raise more questions.
Yeah.
This just because of the timeline. And it was also very centralized because it was all in the sanctuary
one building. Yeah.
Rather than them
it
traveling
did explain too sort of the system that they're in, why they hold the creatures. I forget what they
abnormals.
Abnormals, they called them. It also reminded me of Sweet Tooth. I don't know if you've ever seen Sweet Tooth.
I have not seen Sweet Tooth.
Yeah.
I have heard of it. Just haven't watched it.
Yeah, basically genetic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so yeah, it did remind me of, like you said, it was a mixture of would you say Star Trek and Warehouse 13?
Yes.
Yeah. So Star Trek, Warehouse 13, and I would say Sweet Tooth probably, but it set that in the 90s and you got yourself a sanctuary show.
I mean, they're not set in the 90s. It is set in current times.
Is it current times or is it in the future?
It's set in current times.
Interesting. Okay. Just different
in the 2000s
timeline of world.
Yes.
Okay.
And they do talk about it, and
Interesting.
It's a very interesting show, I will say. In totality, not just this episode, but it is a really interesting show.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with it. I started watching the show because I just wanted something on that was new, and I was not expecting much. And I turned around and I was like, well, I like this show. Really like it.
Oh, interesting.
I'm going to rewatch this eventually.
So who's your favorite character?
I wondered if you were going to ask.
Of course I'm going to ask.
My favorite... You want to take a guess who my favorite character is?
Oh my gosh. Based on the one episode?
On the one episode, yeah.
Kate?
No.
Oh.
My favorite character is Biggie. Big guy. He's a Bigfoot.
Is that his... He's a Bigfoot?
Yeah. His name is... He goes by Biggie or Big Guy. Those are the two names. He has no actual name because he's a Bigfoot.
I was going to ask you what his actual name is because they never said a character name in there.
Because he has none. His name is
Biggie
or Big Guy because he's a Bigfoot.
So his costume reminded me of the Munsters.
Lurch?
No, well, no. It was the costuming reminds me of the husband.
Oh, the Munsters. The Frankenstein. Sorry.
Yeah,
the
Frankenstein.
Addams Family.
Yeah.
I got them mixed up.
The Frankenstein costuming. Herman. Thank you. I knew it started with an H. Herman.
It just took me a minute. Got to look through all the files.
Sorry. Me and names. Hey, I tagged the right TV show. So got there. But his costuming reminded me of that, especially the shoes or would be his feet or whatever. And then his makeup and all that just seemed antiquated. Not very good.
I mean, it's not, I have to say, this show is not the best, nor does it try to be.
Yeah.
It's a B show at best. It had low budget, and that's why they had a bunch of CGI sets and a bunch of stuff.
Very low budget, yeah, costuming and stuff, yeah.
Overall, not awful. The storyline is pretty good, and the acting's pretty good.
Is it?
I've seen worse acting.
True. I got through the whole 45-minute episode without any problems, yeah. So
I've seen worse. So, like I said, it's very B, and I'm fine with B. Yeah. I'm fine with being in a B or even C realm. That's fine.
Why do you like Big Guy? Why is he your favorite character?
He's my favorite character because he's very much the parental of the group. He's very much the parent of all of them, no matter the situation.
He's the Jiminy Cricket. He's the one that holds all consciousnesses, and he's like, we should probably not do this right now, or that kind of person. Like,
he's a lot like that.
These steps. Let's just walk through this before we make any big decisions right here, right?
He's also not in every episode because the makeup and stuff costs money and stuff.
Oh, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's my favorite character. He has a lot of great one-liners. The way he grunts at things. Because he's a Bigfoot.
Okay. Well, that puts some perspective in for this episode.
Well, I chose this episode for a lot of reasons, but that was those were the main ones. Especially sort of explaining what the show actually is. I chose this one over the first episode because the first episode, or the first two, because it's a part 1, part 2, I think, is fairly slow, actually.
So they had a hard start?
They did. They had a little bit of a hard start, but by 4th episode, you're pretty good. Things start getting better.
I mean, it was a good introductory episode, and it makes me think about wanting to go back to season 1 and try it out to see if I like it.
Okay.
So there's that. So I encourage the audience to do the same.
So you would want to watch it more?
Possibly, especially on the days where I'm like, I don't want to think about anything.
Right.
So there's not a lot. It's a very self-explanatory show. It seems like it's really like there's a lot of lines that just tell you what's going on, so you don't really have to pay a lot of attention to it.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's not. Let's preface that by explaining that it's not like what they do in nowadays, where they literally are explaining what they're doing as they're doing it. Because nowadays, the reason that people do that is because users are watching while also playing on their phone. And so they're not fully paying attention. And so they're showing while also doing.
Okay.
And
so less visual.
This show does allow for questions to be unanswered and things like that. It's not fully explanatory all the time.
Like you're an idiot.
Yeah, like you're an idiot. There's been some shows I've watched where I'm like, you think I'm a dumbass, don't you?
Right? Can't put 2 and 2 together? Yeah.
2 + 2 is 4. I know that. You don't need to describe
it. On that side, right, you have to have enough brain power to watch the highly visual, the highly psychology and all that stuff coming through, those kinds of, to keep up, right? And to do the whips of the visual and stuff like that. Those shows are great. We've watched some of those. We even talked about them on this podcast. So yeah, we have to have enough brain power to watch those shows. And ultimately, those are my favorite types of TV shows that make me think.
Yeah.
But there are times when I'm like, I don't want to think right now.
And that's
I've done too much thinking.
This is a great one for that. Because they don't treat the audience like an idiot. Yeah. But they also do explain things. Yeah. Because they are in a non-normal world, though it is sort of reality-based, if that makes sense. Yeah. Because they do have abnormals and things like that. But this episode in particular, they all get hungover. They all forget what happens for a day and a half. That's what happens.
But it was due to an ancient and long forgotten and thought to be extinct being.
Yeah, called a Pinnapex.
A Pinnapex, yeah. Kate called it the roofie monster, which I thought was cute.
Yeah, she comes up with a lot of random names.
I mean, coming from a young woman's perspective, that actually fits, roofie monster. So, yeah. It actually looked like an enlarged lice bug when they did the CGI on it.
Yeah, the CGI of it, especially when it was supposed to be the ugliest thing, was not
I mean, it didn't look that ugly. I mean, lice don't look pretty, but I mean,
yeah.
It's an insect, and it looked like an insect.
Yeah. The mollusk was cute, though.
The mollusk was cute. I had a little heart empathy for the mollusk because it was an animal, of course, but.
Yes, I will say that they use stun guns most of the time. Or tranq darts. Yeah. So
we know that thing is still alive because
their whole goal is as a sanctuary is to protect.
Yeah. That makes sense.
To save and protect. So they get them out of harm's way, and if they are still dangerous, then they put them in the shoe. That's what they call them.
Ah, okay.
That's what the shoe. That's the dangerous location. So they build a home for them.
So when Will got attacked by that tendril snake-like thing.
That wasn't the shoe.
That wasn't the shoe?
No, that's the lab. There are beings that live on the outsides of the lab. Yeah. So those aren't the dangerous ones. It was just hungry. It just needed food, and it was food. It was fine.
And Will was food.
Will was food.
Except Will didn't get eaten because
no, he didn't.
The big guy took care of that. But everybody was saved in the end.
Of course.
So what did you think? 4, so they had to have everybody saved.
Right. So what did you think of the characters?
Like B, I guess.
Okay.
The writing wasn't terrible. The acting was okay. I think it was more of the lines of, this is what you have to work with, so do your best.
Right.
The situation. It seemed like the cast got along well. I didn't sense any tension or anything along those lines because sometimes you can see that on screen how people are just not getting
normally
along.
You can, yeah.
Yeah, you can get a sense of that even if they are acting like they're getting along. There's certain behaviors and the way that there's tension in the voice and things like that. But I didn't sense that with this cast. They seem to really enjoy doing the
ridiculousness. Yes,
the ridiculousness. And one question I did have: does Will and what's the other guy's name?
Henry.
Do they fight often?
No.
Oh, okay.
That is not common.
They had to go through some. Either there were. I don't see how they were swapped out with.
No, I don't think they were stunt doubles. No.
So yeah, their fight scenes were not that good. Let's just say. That's okay. It's a B show.
It's a B show. I don't expect it to be the best choreography ever. Yeah. Also, they were very emotionally charged.
They were emotionally charged.
That's the thing about Will. He tends to lead with emotion, And that's where Magnus comes in and is like, hold up. Let's not lead with emotion. Let's think logically through this.
Right. Where's your science mind? Yeah.
Yes, she's very great about that, of taking
I
it
do
back
have a
to
couple
logic.
of questions on this episode specifically that you might be able to answer.
Okay.
Why are they still working in paper? Why don't they if they have access to computers and computer
it's a security
databases,
thing.
Security thing. Okay.
It's a security thing because it was mentioned in this episode, the building has been taken over by a being that they couldn't find. It has happened before, where the electronics have gone completely haywire.
Okay.
Also, it's harder to steal stacks of paper.
It is, yeah.
A thumb
drive.
So
Will's in charge of the paper part?
He is a protege, so he does part of what Magnus does.
Ah, this is why she talked to him the way she did.
Yes.
Leave your emotions at the side.
He is.
So she's training him.
He is her second in command.
Gotcha. Okay. So with Henry, there was a scene in there where his face turned into a dog.
Yep.
Is he an abnormal?
Yes, he is.
Okay. See? I'm pretty good at this.
Yep.
I didn't need other episodes to tell me that.
They are not all human, even though they may look it.
Well, we know Big Guy's not human because his features come out.
He is a Bigfoot. It's a little obvious.
Not for nothing. If I was going to do Bigfoot, I would actually add another foot to him because, so they just like 8.5 feet, maybe.
Well, he's 7 foot. So you hear that from Kate.
He's a baby Bigfoot.
You hear that from Kate. He's 7 foot tall.
Yes.
In this episode, you hear from that.
Yeah,
hear that from Kate, because she was complaining about his basketball skills.
Then he said something like "do better" or something.
Yeah,
like
because
that. Even though she's
5 foot or something.
Yeah, she's like 5'2". Something like that. Yeah, it's funny.
I just can't reach. That's why I can't.
I just wanted to ask that question about Henry because
So yeah, there's a lot of humanoid abnormals in this show.
This is really ringing true. I don't know if anybody else has seen Sweet Tooth, but I'd recommend it for sure if you like the sci-fi stuff of that. Is the genetic makeups of whether or not you have more animal versus human and how that turns out. And Sweet Tooth is along those lines. Some of the genetic makeups have more animal versus less
Gotcha.
human than they have ones that are more human and less animal.
Well, that's interesting because this show, they talk about abnormal DNA and how every human has abnormal DNA. It's just whether it's recessive or dominant.
Right. Whether it's turned on or not. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how you get an abnormal or not.
Oh, interesting. No, this in Sweet Tooth, it was actually promoted. Like this was a government program type situation.
Oh yeah, no. This is just human evolution.
Oh, interesting. That's an interesting take. Okay. I probably will go back and watch it then.
I told you, it's fascinating.
Because now that I've seen Sweet Tooth, which is a pushed scientific program, right? One that was funded and all that crap.
This is not funded. As you can tell evolution. With the UN coming in to do a double check.
Right.
On the sanctuary.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, and I don't know if you also heard that sanctuary, they also have other sanctuaries. It's not just
like
in
Warehouse 13
location.
Has other warehouses. Yeah.
Yes, except Warehouse 13 was previous warehouses. These have other sanctuaries where they're like there's one in Britain, there's one in India, there's one in Egypt. These are all locations that they go to in the show.
Based on what I know so far, the humanoid evolution has started to go in ways that they need more sanctuaries.
They've just built up.
Yep. Interesting. Okay.
So
as a response to the evolution changes.
Yeah, and providing a space that is a safe space for abnormals to be. A sanctuary.
Now where can I get a mullet? Kidding.
It was very cute.
It was very cute.
It's a very cute creature.
My only thing is this cute little face, right? And then it has these ram horns, and I'm like, "What are you gonna do with those horns, man?"
Does it have horns? I thought it had
no,
like links, where it has fur at the tips of the ears.
Oh no, this was horns.
Okay, I saw it.
Yeah, it was horns, like little ram's horns on its head. Yeah.
Anyway.
It was lemur looking though.
Yeah. That's why I thought it was like lynx with
had
the
really wide,
fur.
bright eyes, and then the lemur stripes, and then the horns, and it was very lemur looking, but sort of fat because lemurs are thin and skinny. Yeah, this was sort of a fat raccoony kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of cute though. Very cute.
It was kind of cute.
Anyway, is there anything inherently feminist about this show?
Yeah, a lot of females in it.
For a 2000 show, yeah.
Yeah. And I was surprised that the females were dressed more feminine.
Yeah.
So lots of skirts and things like that.
Well, especially Magnus.
Magnus wears heels and hose.
She
does. In 2008. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I was like, man,
that does speak to her though, of who she is.
Oh, okay. Especially her age. So she's older. That's the other thing I caught on to. She's older. She's probably in her mid 50s, somewhere in there. And then Kate is younger. What did I get that wrong? Kate is younger.
Nope. I'm gonna leave it go. Let it go. Her age is a very interesting point in the whole. Not Kate's. Oh gosh.
Okay.
Magnus.
Kate's younger. She's probably more in her mid 20s to early 30s.
Yes.
But she's a little younger.
Kate is also in charge of the armory.
Yes,
and
Kate is in charge
part
of the armory.
Helping with security with Henry.
That's why I guessed Kate was your favorite.
I get it. I get it. I do like Kate. It's not like I don't hate any of the characters. I have to be honest. Yeah. There's not any of the characters that have shown up where I fully dislike them.
Yeah. I would have liked to have seen either Will or Henry be a black guy or some other person of color.
I agree.
Because the casting...
This is a very white show. I will say this was also made in Canada.
Right.
In the 2000s.
So Kate is mixed or something.
She's Indian.
She's Indian. Okay. And then...
Raised in Chicago.
Okay. And then...
That's a character.
Magnus is British.
Yes. She's from the UK.
But white.
Yes.
And then the two white guys. And then the big guy. I don't know what his ethnicity is under the makeup, but...
So he's, I don't know if you remember the intro. I was waiting for you to ask. So in the intro at the very end, they show a white guy standing behind everybody. That's Biggie. That's the actor who plays Biggie.
Okay. So yeah, I think that we need a little bit more color. I like that the UN representative was Asian or person of color, it seemed like. But again, the skin colors are all very light colored. So
they are.
So very white reading.
Very, again, 2000s Canadian, not surprised.
Yeah. So that'd be my only real complaint, actually, is that it needs a little bit more color of people in there. If they're going to do something with genetics and humans, we need all the colors in there. So
I agree. I completely agree. Yeah. I do like that Magnus is the leader of all of the sanctuaries. This is the one she also leads as like her home base.
She did give me the vibes of Captain Janeway in Star Trek a little bit.
I have not seen that one, so
you have to bridge. Know. Well, being a woman in leadership, you have to bridge not being too motherly, but also be still caring, then not be too assertive where it comes across as aggressive. Like there's these lines you have to crawl.
Magnus has that problem too because she's also a doctor.
Yeah.
So she does all of the medical stuff for everyone there. So if they get injured or sick or whatever, she's helping out in whatever capacity.
So she has multiple roles, and you can tell just from this one episode, she was managing emotions. So they were her therapist. She was their therapist. She was their mother, caring for them as the doctor. She was this and this and this. And we could just go on. And then she had to be the liaison to the government overseer, right? The UN coming in. And there's just a lot of roles for one woman to hold. She did a really good job. The actress did a really good job holding that line, but it's really hard both as just regular women, right, being in the real life, but then also as an actor or an actress trying to figure out how to do your facial expressions to meet all of that. So that's a real big challenge.
That actress is also a producer of this show.
Okay.
Throughout the whole thing, starting at the very beginning. So Amanda Tapping.
One of the things that was, that subject was actually talked about when Janeway became captain, and everybody was like, no, we can have a woman captain. Oh my God.
Yeah. So that's something that doesn't come up in this show. I will say, as another promotion for this show, is that they don't force relationships between any of the characters.
Oh, that's awesome.
There is no romantic ties between any of them. They all have their external relationships, but it's all one big family. No weird relationships or anything like that.
That's great. That would be something where I would want to watch that then.
That sold it to me as another one of, I'm going to rewatch that.
Yeah, don't force the relationships like that. Yeah.
Because I was really worried.
They care about that being, right?
Right.
It's a very, the word humanism comes into mind, but that doesn't really fly here in this particular topic. But,
right.
It's very, I can't think of a different word. Empathetic, I guess would be the right word. Yeah.
I mean, it's very realistic
and ethical.
Yeah, it's very ethical and very realistic that they wouldn't, try to get together, even though they're always together. That's not the thing.
Right.
So
another show is coming to mind where there was only one female, and of course they tried to put her in relationships, and that was Stargate.
Oh, so Amanda Tapping was in one of the Stargates. I can't remember which one.
I thought I recognized her.
Yeah, she's a blonde in those.
Yes.
Does that help?
Yes, thank you. I think so. Yes.
She does. So she stays brunette for most of the series, except for in some certain instances where she's in a flashback because her natural is blonde.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And so characters talk about her hair all the time.
Okay. So
especially if they were also on Stargate.
Right, yeah.
The actor was.
It
so
did
then
give a little Stargate vibes a little bit. Yeah. Because Sanctuary is sort of underground kind of thing, or the structure. Stargate's the same way. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So
a lot of shows this show completely references, right?
Oh yeah.
Also, I just want to say the whole idea that the whole cast or the whole crew, as it were, gets infected has been done so many times in different sci-fi shows.
Oh yeah, this is not something that does a lot of new things,
right? Just regurgitates
but that's okay.
Other things.
There's
steals them.
Still some funny moments.
Right.
It's still a great time. It's all about the journey and how much you enjoy it.
Right. Also, don't have to think that hard to watch this show.
Right.
Which is a good turn on for me.
Which is why I really enjoyed this show when I watched it, and I was like, this would be a great one for us to talk about in our first Munchie because it's not super complicated.
Yep.
But has some feminist things. It's great.
Yep.
Any final thoughts?
I like the show, and I will probably watch the whole thing.
Okay.
So that was a good introduction.
All right. So did you have fun with our first Munchie?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
All right. Good.
Did you have fun with our first Munchie?
Yeah, I think so. I'll find out when I edit it.
I can't tell if I'm having fun. That's fun.
No, I think this is going to turn out well. I do like the Munchies. That's it. I think we're good.
Yeah, it's great. Go check it out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our short little talk here.
The show was called Sanctuary, so have fun.
Yeah. And hit us up on Blue Sky if you want to talk about this or, give us your opinions about anything. Maybe there's something that we need to cover that wasn't covered in the one episode. Maybe we missed something. I mean,
we can always do a longer, one of our couch potato episodes. We can also do another Munchie.
Yeah, true. Very true.
On this show in particular.
Yeah.
But we've got other plans.
We do have other plans. So look forward to other Munchies coming forward.
Oh, yeah. All right. So go be amazing, audience.
Show some compassion out there. We need it, man.
Yes, we do.
All right.
And hear us next time.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Bye.